So my life has started from here. During the days in the womb, I heard my friends talk to each other that their parents would always expect them each day. Therefore, I also thought that my parents were ready to prepare everything to welcome me, such as towel, sweater, and socks to warm me up, because I was still fragile, very fragile. There were also milk, diapers, and tissue to appease, care, and clean me. I was nervous and upset so much. I always wondered how happy my parents would be when seeing me. However, the sad fact was not so. I was born in a cold, rainy day, no one besides, except mother. I was hungry, I was cold, and I really needed the warmth from my mother, but I did not understand why my mother trapped me in the old, crumpled towel, and then put me to a roadside tree and walked away quickly. I was crying and shouting a lot to look forward to staying with my mother. But then someone found me and brought me to Quê Hương home of Mother huynhtieuhuong. So I officially became the 359th member of the big family Quê Hương. There is no cold, lonely as where they are born, because there were many brothers, friends, uncles, and siblings. When everyone welcomed me as their relatives, made me feel warm very much. I was bathed, cleaned, and fed carefully by Tiểu Hương mother, and after that I had a good sleep. And I know that my life, my destiny could have a change from now. So on each passing day, Quê Hương Charity Center receives such unaccepted spirits. There are many reasons why they come to the center. Sometimes because they were just born with the disability part of the body, sometimes because the parents were too poor to support their child, and sometimes they were not admitted by the father, while the mother was not brave enough to pass along the words of detractors, goofy talk of the world. Were there any reasons? Letting down the children is a terrible crime. It will be forever torment, haunted during the life of the father and mother like that. But then, how wonderful life is! From having no father, no mother, no relatives, they had all sacred and precious things for a person's childhood while living in Quê Hương Charity Center. This is a mother who always loves and takes care of their children by all her heart. Although in her childhood, Tiểu Hương was never received the care from her parents, but somehow she becomes a proficiency in taking care of their children since having them. To complete bathing, cleaning, and washing for all of children, Tiểu Hương must usually wake up from 3 to 4 a.m. every day. These are the normal times. Unfortunately, if any of the children is ill, she will not sleep all the night to check the health and the illness of that child. And like many great mothers, whenever her child has fever or cough, Tiểu Hương becomes nervous and worried because they are her own happiness and life. Tiểu Hương always talks to herself that no matter how hard she has to endure, her children must be happy like other children. And then, under the Quê Hương roof, with the teaching and love of Tiểu Hương mother, the children also know what love is and treat each other as their brothers. No one else, every day, they take turns feeding their younger brother and washing their diapers. When seeing the younger brother is sick, they also worry and cannot stand outside quiet. From different lives, they meet each other in Quê Hương home and become the relatives in a family. And also from here, they receive the great and warm love of the mother and the caring and love of the similar circumstances. The joy and happiness spread throughout this home. Giving the children a home, a mother, and a harmony brotherhood is not all the things that Tiểu Huong wants to donate to her children. She always gives herself a responsibility that is bringing a better future to her own children. Although she has never been able to go to school, she has enough knowledge to teach her children about kindness, love, and how to treat well. Besides that, Tiểu Huong's children are also taught culture, foreign language, and computer. One special thing in Quê Hương Charity Center is that, besides the teachers who signed contract to teach the children, there are many children who used to be the disciplined youth and were given the condition to attend school by Tiểu Huong. Therefore, they are not only teachers but also close friends of the children. If in the past, these disciplined, homeless children were so strange with greeting, the number, and letter, now they become good students. To Tiểu Huong, that is the present, the rewards for her labor, and trying to help the unfortunate children. Just teaching culture, foreign language, and computer is not enough. Tiểu Huong also orients the career of the children depending on their abilities and interests. She wants that without her protection, they will still keep their foothold in their lives. Tiểu Huong wants her disabled children to be disabled but not give up. Therefore, besides focusing on fostering the children who are able to attend the universities, she also contacts with many vocational centers such as knitting, sewing, beading, producing bottled water, driving for the children like apprenticing. Especially, she also invites many artists and teachers from art schools to teach puppetry, lion dancing, circus, magic, playing music, and singing to the children who have ability in art. Therefore, all of Tiểu Huong's children now have many jobs. They emulate one another in studying, working, and always try to get the best result to get awards from Tiểu Huong. Everyone is just able to live one time and has only one heart to love. Therefore, sometimes Tiểu Huong thinks that the number of children who had Huỳnh as their first name is increasingly every day, so whether she has enough love to share for all of them. However, day by day living with the children, Tiểu Huong recognizes that her worry is unprovoked, because since having one or two children, Tiểu Huong loved and took care of them as her most precious treasure. And when the number of children increases to 5 to 7, tens and hundreds of children, Tiểu Huong finds that her heart is still full of love and responsibilities for them. To each child, Tiểu Huong has different ways to love and take care of, but all of them can feel the endless love of mother. And Tiểu Huong thinks that although she has up to thousands of children, her love, her heart is still intact for each one, and Tiểu Huong always has the way to love all of them. And because of such thinking, Tiểu Huong always opens her heart to receive many newborn kids who are abandoned in parks, hospitals, and even dustbins. While the parents abandon their children as burden and debt, Tiểu Huong is happy a lot whenever receiving an abandoned child. Although she knows when having one more child, the burden on her shoulder becomes heavier, Tiểu Huong still wants to shelter and protect all of them. Having no father is so miserable for them, having no mother even worse. So, when these children grow up, Tiểu Huong continues to nurture and take care of the next abandoned children. Now, although her health is distorted, because incurable diseases always rage and steal her life anytime, this cannot make Tiểu Huong worried and preoccupied, as seeing her children still have not had real comfort, especially house to live. Currently, with more than 100 infants and 30 nannies, the center has only 3 rooms and 2 classrooms, so living and sanitary meet a lot of difficulties. To older children, the eating condition is more worrisome, because the range of houses which they are living was built more than 10 years ago, so it is breaking down terribly. While the number of children increasingly every day makes the range of houses become overloaded. Therefore, Huong has to put bunk beds in each room for the children sleeping. Each bed contains 8 to 10 children, and the whole range of house contains about 200 of children, but with only 2 restrooms. Can't stand seeing the children live in the narrow place. Huong tried to save and bought a 2,000 square meter land located behind Quê Hương Center. Her biggest wish is to build a range of house with 2 floors and 14 spacious, beautiful living rooms, so the children will have a better accommodation. In general calculation, the expenditure on building a range of house with 2 floors and 14 rooms is 1.8 billion dong. This actually is not a small sum of money, especially to the mother nourishing hundreds of children like Huong. Fortunately, many domestic and foreign individuals, corporations, and entrepreneurs know her good plan and support enthusiastically. So the opportunity to live in the new house of the children is going to be true. The current hope of Huong is the more generosities will support to make the project of building house for Quê Hương children be deployed the earliest. Someone said that anyone can make a big exchange in others' life by love and care. More than 300 disabled orphans in Quê Charity Center is still seated and waiting to fly to the wishing sky by the sharing and support of the kindness everywhere. With the benefactor support, maybe the money from fasting breakfast, a tin of milk, a barrel of instant noodle, a bag of rice, or a bag of diaper is all the priceless presents to the children in Quê Hương home. Huong always hopes that everyone will together support a little effort and love to light the fire of love and kindness. That fire will be strong enough to spread and warm up for any unfortunate children in their life.